Hi, this is Mr. Barre. This video I'm going to go over a CAASPP review homework that deals with expressions 1, and this is version C. So enter the value of n for this equation, the value that makes this equation true. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Well, this is a base add, so if I go base, I add the exponent, so n plus 12 has to equal 15. So what would that be? N equals 3. 3 plus 12 is 15. How many times larger than 50 is 500? Well, this is 500 big over the smaller number. I can cancel out those zeros. So that's going to be 50 over 5, which is 50 divided by 5 is 10. It's 10 times bigger. There we go, 10 times bigger. How many times larger, so number 3, is 7 times 10 to the 9th over 7 times 10 to the 4th. The 7s are going to cancel. They actually become a 1 over 1, which is a 1. I have 9 10s on top and 4 10s on the bottom. That's going to give me 10 to the 5th, which is, keep working here, that's a 1 with 5 zeros behind it. That's 100,000. So it is 100,000 times bigger. This guy's 100,000 times bigger than that guy. There we go. A line has a slope of 2 over 3. Is that correct? 2 over 3, yes. It starts at 0, 0. If you go right 9 units, how far up is the line? The line is at 6. 6 units up. Excuse me. All right, let's check my answer key and see how I'm doing so far. Answer key says that number 1 is 3. Says that number 2 is 10 times bigger. Number 3 is 100 times bigger. Excuse me, 100,000 times bigger. And number 4 is 6 units up. So far, I'm looking good. Let's keep going. Number 5, it says find the error and state what the correct value should be. So I've got 5 to the 5th over 5 to the 2nd. So that should be 5 to the 5 minus 2. Nope, right there. It's right there. It shouldn't be 5 times 2. It should be 5 minus 2. And it shouldn't be over a 5. It should be over a 1. It should be 5 to the 5 minus 2 over 1. That's what it should be. All right, create the equation for the line. So I need to just find the slope and put it right there. Well, what's the slope of this line? Let's find a good point. Is this a good point? No, 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 no. Where's a good point? Where's a good point? Where's a good point? Where's a good... Oh, there's a good point. So here's my slope triangle. My rise is 10. And my run is 20. And it's rise over run. So it's 10 over 20, which is 1/2. You cannot see what I'm writing. So my equation is y equals 1/2 x. Let's check it with the answer key. Answer key says that step 2 actually has 2 errors. The first error is that the exponent should be 5 minus 2, not 5 times 2. Also, the denominator should be 1, not 5. Number 6, y equals 1/2 x. My answer key looks good. Let's go to number 7. Select all the expressions that are equivalent to this one. Well, I'm going to start by just solving it, or simplifying it. So this is 5 to the negative 4, 5 to the negative 2. That's 5 to the negative 6 times negative 3. That's going to become 5 to the 18th. Power, multiply. The other way to think of it is with a thing that looks like distribution. It's not distribution, but it looks like distribution. That would be 5 to the 12th, 5 to the 6th, base add, that gives me 5 to the 18th again. So let's match it up. I have 5 to the 18th, yeah, that matches. 5 to the 12th, 5 to the 6th, that matches with this one. 5 to the negative 18, nope, that doesn't match up. And 1 over 5 to the 18th, no, it's 5 to the 18th. It's not 1 over 5 to the 18th. So I've got it A and B. All right, the steps in solving an equation are shown below. Interpret the solution. So I get down to x equals 4. What does that mean? It means there's one solution. There is one solution, and it occurs at x equals 4, so the answer is D. Find a value that would make this true. Find a value that would make it false. I'm going to start with 1. So I have 4 to the first over 16th to the first. That equals 4 over 16, which equals 1/4, which is true. So I found one that works. If x equals 1, it works, which pretty much means everything else doesn't work. So I'm going to go with x equals 2 as not working. Number 9. Well, I just discovered something. This is a 9b. That shouldn't be here. So that problem doesn't even exist, really. It should be 9c. I'll have to take that one out. So 9c, same idea. So I'm going to go 2 to the first over 4 to the first. That's the same thing as 2 over 4, which is the same thing as 1/2. Did that work? Nope, it does not equal 1/8. So I know that x equals 1 makes it false. Let's find one that makes it true. 2 to the second over 4 to the second is 4 over 16, which is 1/4. That didn't work. I need it to be 1/8 over here. Let's try 2 to the third. 2 to the third, 4 to the third. That's 8 over 64, which is 1/8. So that's the one that works. X equals 3 is what works. All right, let's check the answer key. 7C is A and B. That's good. 8 is D. That is good. We're skipping 9B. 9C, it says A equals 3. Part A, 3. That works. And anything but 3. So 1 doesn't work. You could go 3. This could be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And I'll have to fix that on the test or on the homework. 10. Which of these is linear? I'm looking for something that looks like slope-intercept form, which is this one right here. That's linear. Y equals mx. Number 11, I have to solve this equation. So let me get some paper here. Half of 12 is 6. Half of 2 is 1. So there was some distribution. I'm going to combine these terms to a 10x. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. I'm going to divide both sides by 10. Correct answer is 4. Next one. What is the value? So I'm on number 12, C. What is the value that makes this equation true? I'm going to start by combining terms. So 6x plus 7x is 13x. Negative 2 minus 7 is negative 10 equals negative 74. Adding 10 to both sides. Suddenly I'm confused. That's not negative 10, that's negative 9. That's going to give me 13x equals 65. So dividing both sides by 13, x equals 5. There we go. One bus can hold 45 people. How many buses will be needed to hold 270 people? So 270 over 45. Looks like that's going to be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buses. 6 buses right there. Let me get some more space. Number 17 big over small, so 14 to the 8th over 14 to the 3rd. That becomes 14 to the 8 minus 3, which is 5, which equals something, and I don't have a calculator. Let me go get a calculator. 14 to the 5th power. All right, 14 to the 5th. Some pretty big number. Here's the number. So 537,824. We'll check that with the answer key. Select all the equations that have infinitely many solutions. So 16x plus 16 equals, right there, what's that? 16x plus 16. That's infinite solutions. This is going to be 6x minus 30, so 6x minus 30 plus 3 equals, what's x? X plus 5x is 6x minus 27. Yep, that's going to be an infinite solutions, right? 6x minus 27 equals 6x minus 27. That looks good. It says 4 minus 12. I have negative 8 plus 3x equals, well, this is 2x plus x is 3x. And 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. That is going to be no solution. And I'm just looking for the infinites here. And this one is going to be 6x minus 15 plus 4 equals, what's that? Negative 21 minus 28x. So 6x and 28x, those guys are not going to cancel out. So that's probably a 1 solution. So I'm going to say A and B. 9,000 people went out to dinner. 180,000 people stayed home. How many times more? So it says 180,000 divided by 9,000, which is 20 times more stayed home. And same thing here. I have 8 times 10 to the 7th over 2 times 10 to the 3rd. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 to the 7th over 10 to the 3rd is 10 to the 4th. So this is 4 times 1,000, which is 4,000. Okay, let's check it with the answer key. Number 10, answer key says C. Number 11, it says 4. Number 5, it says negative 5. Let's check my answer. Where's my work for that? Yep, it's negative 5. Look, it's right here. Negative 74 plus 9, so it should be a negative on the 65, which makes it to a negative 5. Gotcha. Number 13, I have it as 6 boxes. Number 14, 537,824 boxes. 15AB, 1620, and 17 for, I've got it as 40,000 on the answer key. That's correct. I didn't give, I messed that up, didn't I? That's because this should be 4, this is 10 to the 4th, which is 10,000. So 4 times 10,000 is 40,000. Okay, my answer key looks good. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Oh. Nope, I've got to give you a bonus thing to make sure that you watch the video. Okay. Did you watch the video all the way to the end? What I want you to do, I want you to go to problem 8. Problem 8, where's problem 8? And I want you to write down the following title. It's a book. Stone Crazy. Number 8, write down Stone Crazy. Thanks for watching.